Hello and welcome back to Down of Steel. This week we're going to go a little bit crazy, Cu Mai crazy maybe. I've been seeing a lot of these knives on the market at the moment. I think they look absolutely amazing. But what does it take to get one of these things made? So, done a little bit of research, watched a few videos right here on YouTube, some great stuff out there. But I feel that nobody really shows you what can go wrong. So I'm going to have a look today, this week, play around with the stuff a little bit and push the boundaries. I'm going to do all of the things that people say you shouldn't do. Why? Let's find out together. Okay, to the workshop. Okay, so here we are at the bench, and today I'm going to have a little mess around with a bit of Cu Mai. What I've got is some 15 and 20 and some EN42 steels. What I'll do with the first billet is I'll use the EN42 as my core and two pieces of 15 and 20, and of course I need to cut the copper to the correct size. Now, from what I understand, the best way to go about this is to slightly undersize the copper to the size of the stack. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do right now. Mark this out, cut this out with an angle grinder, and then I'll put this whole stack to one side, and then what I'm going to do is make another one with a 15 and 20 core and the EN42 as the sides, again with two pieces of copper cut out. So let's go ahead, we'll get that cut now, and we'll make sure that throughout the process we keep the two stacks completely separate, and we'll see what sort of end result we get. Okay, and there's stack number 2 ready. Now then, both of them, we'll give them a good clean up. I'll probably give them a wipe with some alcohol gel as well. Make sure that they're super duper clean. And then we'll get to MIG welding up all of the seams in preparation for the heat application, which of course isn't forge welding them as such. You're more kind of melting the copper to the carbon steels. So enough talk, let's get them cleaned up and get them welded together. Okay, so just for clarity, what I've done, I've gone ahead and cleaned up just the insides of the face or the sides of the blade. Obviously the centre or the core, clean both sides on, and then again on the bottom piece just the inside, because that's going to be exposed to the forge anyway. So what we'll do, we will, because I do so much work in here and this metal top workbench gets so much grease and crud and just general debris on it from day-to-day activities, I've got an old takeaway container. You can use anything you want, but I just want to use this as a spacer so that as I clean the pieces I'll put them on top and it'll keep them away from any potential contaminants that may affect the way that this all forms together. So I've got my alcohol and stole the wife's kitchen towel, as you do. No doubt I'll be a bad boy again later on. I'll leave that there. And what we'll look to do is nice and liberal with it. With it being alcohol based, this will simply evaporate anyway, so I'm not too bothered about really getting loads and loads on there. Try and keep your fingers away from the face of it. And onto the spacer, you can see just how much grease, I don't know whether the camera will pick that up, but the dirty finger marks. So that's why we go through this process. Try and make sure everything is nice and clean. So as I say, I'll try and just stick to the edges now. Take any loose debris out of there. Same on the back side. Look at, can you see the dirt there building up already? Quite amazing really. When you look at something, think it's clean, and in reality you're a million miles away. So I'll let all of these pieces dry nice and slowly, but if I'm not happy with them, I'll give them another clean. It's really not an issue, because from everything I've seen, read and understand about this, it's all about preparation and cleanliness. So as this is my first time and I'm bringing you guys along for the ride, I'm trusting on all of the information provided here on YouTube and various other places, and we'll see whether it's all good advice or if there's something that needs to be addressed somewhere along the line. But we're getting there now. So I'll continue cleaning this up. Once I'm happy it's all cleaned up nicely, we'll go ahead and get it MIG welded together. Okay, so we've done all of the cleanup now. We're at the stage where we're ready to get the MIG welder on the go and weld all of these seams together. Now, as I said earlier, this is the first time I've done anything like this. I've never welded anywhere near copper before, so I'm not quite sure what settings to put the Artec MIG 180 at. So this is a little bit of trial and error here. So I've given it my best guess based on experience, if you like. So we'll give it a little look and see how we get along with this. May have to stop a few times and make a few changes, but let's just see what happens. Doesn't seem too bad. I'll give it another weld up this end. Now that seems to be somewhere around about right. So we'll get it all welded up and see where it takes us. Right, well, that one seems to have welded up pretty well, so we'll push it to the side and we'll go to the other one now. Okay, so in keeping with the theme, I've kept these labelled up so I know exactly what's what. You can see hopefully there on the camera the sort of weld we've got all the way around there. Should be nicely sealed and ready to go in the forge. One last thing I'm going to do is just grabbed an old bit of steel that I've got knocking around here. I'll chop this in half, weld myself a little work stick on there, one on that one and one on that one. Gives me something to hold on to, and we'll go ahead and see if we can't get these things to work. Exciting times. Right, welder out again, get these sorted and move on to the magical part. Okay, this will be the moment of truth time. I've got no idea how much pressure I needed to have put on this, how hard I could have hit it with a hammer. Everyone I've seen do this has a hydraulic press. I don't have that available, so I've just hammered in nice and gently. I'm hoping I've got it right, but what I'll do now is I'll grab my angle grinder and I will chop the end off and see what it looks like. If it's no good, I'll weld her back up, get her hot again and hit it a little bit harder. It's all very much trial and error, so wish me luck and let's see what happens. Well, dare I say it, that looks excellent. So I'm going to go ahead now, grind the welds off, remove the work stick and see if we can't, hopefully that's showing on camera, make something beautiful out of this thing. This is exciting. Wish me luck, guys. Okay, put some mild heat in here, not as hot as we would normally go. You can probably hear the forge is dialed right back there. I'm going to take this out and see if it's workable in any way, shape or form, or if it all just goes to hell in a handcart. But that's part of the experimenting process. It's good to see what we can and can't do. So wish me luck again. I've got a feeling this is all going to go horribly wrong, but we've got to give it a try. We need to know what we can do. Here we go. Yep, she's splitting. That's not doing us any good at all. So, I think we've learnt a lesson there. Okay, now we've proved that that is a very bad idea. We'll see if it's salvageable. We'll see if re-welding and going through the heat process again, whether we can do anything with this. Okay, so that didn't go so well. So we're seeing if it's salvageable. Welded the edges back up again. As you can hear, forge is back on, thrown it in there, and we'll see if we can't get another bite of the cherry. It's all part of the learning process that I'm trying to share with you guys. It's great seeing videos of everyone doing everything perfectly all the time, but let's see what this stuff can do. Let's see what we can achieve with it, and let's see how usable it is. So, fingers crossed, we will be able to salvage this and show you an end product, but time will tell. See if we can forge a bit of shape. Stop. Okay, this is going to take a lot longer than I anticipated because I want to try and cover these things in depth. So we're going to stop this video here. We're going to do a part 2, maybe even a part 3 if required. We're going to keep diving into this. So far, I feel we've got so much value out of this. You've seen me go through some absolutely crazy things that everybody says not to do. I've done them anyway. I feel like I'm still on track. I've got the thing back together. Under the hammer, it's feeling nice and tight. We'll continue to play with it. We'll see what happens. This is brilliant. This is what the hobby is all about. We're sharing our experiences now. So if you've got any experience in this exact field, please leave a comment. I need to learn more. You guys need to learn more. Leave a comment. Let us know exactly what you've done, what you've experienced. Maybe you found a way to do some stuff that I'm trying to do that I haven't quite got the grasp of yet. It would be brilliant to hear from you guys. So if you haven't done already, please subscribe, hit the notifications, ready for the next video, and we'll continue to try and grow together. Keep at it, guys. Having a great time with this one. Make it real.